Here is a question that we are solving in current electricity. First I will solve this question, NEET 2017. The resistance of a wire is R equal to rho L by A. It is melted and stretched to n times of its original length. You see, whenever you stretch its length, its area gets thin. To understand that, as no information is given in terms of area, in the place of area I have to write length using a formula. Density can be written like mass by volume of the wire. Volume of the wire can be written like area into length of the wire, area of cross section to length of the wire. So in the place of area of cross section you can write mass by density and length in the place of this area. Then the resistance becomes rho L. In the place of area, I can write mass by density and length. So it becomes specific resistance L, density and L by mass. So resistance can also be rewritten as specific resistance density L square by mass. That implies resistance is directly proportional to L square, because for a given wire density, specific resistance and mass are constants. So he is saying in the problem that if L1 is L, L2 is NL, it is stretched to n times of original length. That implies R1 by R2 equal to L1 by L2 whole square, that is L by NL whole square, that is 1 by n square, R1 by R2. So R2 equal to n square times of R1. So new resistance is n square times of R is the answer for the problem. After solving that problem, let us come to this problem. This is a different problem, actually, altogether different. A carbon resistor of 47 plus or minus 4.7 kilo ohms to be marked with the rings of different colors as shown. So what is that he says is, whenever you have to make a resistor, there is a color code on the resistor to identify its numerical value. That color code will have 3 bands, band 1, band 2, band 3, and a little far at the other end there is another band. These bands and the respective colors represents the value, numerical value of that resistance. What is that value? How do we know that? For that we have a code called color code. What is that color code says is, each color represents a numerical value. What is that? 0 black, 1 brown, 2 red, 3rd orange, 4th yellow, 5th green. So you may get a doubt that how do you know all this, how do you remember all this, right? You have to remember, but to make that remembering easy, we have a sentence. Let me tell you what is that sentence is. Baby Roy of Great Britain has very good wife. See, it's a little funny sentence, we need to remember, but what we need to see is this B represents black, that represents 0 color. This B represents brown, that represents 1 color. Black 0, brown 1. This R represents red, whose color is 3. This O represents orange, whose number is 4. This Y represents yellow, whose number is, or I have missed 2 here. Let me just erase it and write it correctly. 0 black, 1 brown, red represents 2, orange represents 3, yellow represents 4. Then off is a not a significant just for a formation. These two are for just for a sentence formation, right? Then G is for green, which represents a number 5. This B represents blue, whose number is 6. So 6th is blue, has no significant. V represents violet, that's of 7th color. G represents gray, that's of 8. White, Y represents white, whose number is 9. So after 6th blue, 7 is violet, 8 is gray, 9th is white. This is the color code that we have for a resistor, and we shall remember this carefully. Right? It's a very interesting sentence to remember, right? Baby Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife, right? Now look at the values that what you want to represent. You want to represent 4. What is that 4? This hello. So that first one shall be having this color shall be yellow because it is 4. Next is 7. 7 must be violet. So this must be violet. So yellow violet is the combination, right? So yellow green is wrong. Yellow, this violet yellow is wrong. This is also wrong. So all these are wrong. So automatically this is right. I need not do further, but let me do anyway. Next, kilo. Kilo means 10 power 3. The third one is 10th power of whatever may be the color is. Here kilo means 3 has to be there. So 3 has to be this orange. So third band shall be orange band because it is kilo, 10 power 3 has to be there. Now this fourth band is a tolerance band which tells you the percentage of error that it has. See what he has, I can calculate the percentage of error. Delta R by R is 4.7 by R is 47. Both are kilo ohms, so it will cancel, that is 1 by 10. So percentage of delta R by R is 1 by 10 into 100%, that is 10%. 10% of the tolerance is represented with silver, where 5% of the tolerance is represented with gold. No band says the error is 20%. As the error is 10% here, it is silver. So this is the right answer. So this represents 47 plus or minus 4.7 kilo ohms. So this is called color code of the resistors. You have to learn it and remember it carefully to answer this kind of questions. That's it, and thank you for watching.